bit here, see if we get anybody in. I know we probably won't get too many people because I haven't even been live, and I haven't been live in months. The last one I did was about 3 months ago, I think, and before about 5 months or 6 months. So, last almost year, I've only been live twice. So nobody comes in. It's all right. I'm pretty sure I'll get 10, 12 people to watch they'll watch it back, right? But anyways, I'll wait about another 45 seconds to a minute, and then I'll kick it off. Timo. Oh, came in, went out. All right. See what happened. Okay, we got one. Let's see what's going on. So many people that know who the NoFlyZone Ricans are, which consists of my brother Nelson from Brooklyn, um, Carlos from the Bronx, and myself from Northern California, right? Know that we have been around for a while, right? We came together about 3 years ago, maybe a little bit long, maybe 4 years ago, and we came together with a channel called NoFlyZone Ricans. We threw Ricans in because NoFlyZone, and people tapped in NoFlyZone, a lot of different things will pop up, such as music videos, stuff like that. So anyways, we threw the Ricans on there to separate us from the rest of the, NoFlyZone, the rest of that name, okay? So we were involved, and we were, involved with different shows, tapping in with the shows, and all that. But we were accused of some things, and and I ain't going. This ain't so much about going into that, but what it is about is that how, when that light at the end of the tunnel, when we get through all the BS and all the bullshit, it was, even before we get to the end of the tunnel, people start falling out left and right and flopping and flipping like that fish in the thumbnail, right? So that's what it's about, man. And there's been so many people that did it over and over and over and over and over and over again. I mean, multiple times with the same people. They're cool, they're associates at first, then they become, a little closer than friends. Sometimes they're doing things behind the scenes on whatever, helping each other out with editing, whatever it might be, whatever. And then a little while later, they're at odds with each other, and then they're enemies, and then they're, what I'm saying? Hey, Carlos. Yeah, we still fly. Yeah, that's what I'm getting to, and we had all these people, a lot of people, that were putting salt in the game, right? That, they had a funky agenda, right? The narrative was to make the Ricans look bad, right? Shine us in the foul light, and then have everybody turn against us, right? Which we weren't tripping, because all three of us we marched to our own drum, right? We don't have to ask permission to do anything. It's just something we do or say you don't like. Oh, motherfucking well, you feel me? And so at no point did it, have me faking the funk. You know what I'm saying? At no time did it have me stutter stepping. None of that, right? If I see that you show some type of funny style ass shit, I just cut you off and step away like the Heisman push you off and keep on moving down the yellow brick road. You know what I'm saying? And it shows by my not so much my character, which it does, but it shows by my actions, by me no longer being in certain people's chats, me no longer saluting them, que se dice, whatever it might be, right? Bye, any of that, right? Nothing. And I just go ahead and absolutely remove myself 114%, right? And not everybody's the same. Some people give others a little bit more leeway to hang yourself than others. But when I start seeing some janky shit in a mofo, right, where they're like inserting your name into things and you haven't even spoke to the person about it at all whatsoever, you know, or you got some jackass that don't even know you other than seeing your face on YouTube confront, you know, walk up on you like you're some celebrity, right? You know, telling the other person that's with them, hey, that's so and so, that's Big Lou, like, you know what I'm saying, and then going to man, I'm not gonna put that part of the business out there, but just doing something that's just way out, like makes no sense in the world, because even though you see me on YouTube, you don't know me like that, period. So why would you expose your cards? I'll not just leave it at that, right? And then on the flip side, you're over there running your mouth to others. Clown tube. Clown tube. I like that one. Crazy. So, yeah. So, you know, you don't know me from Adam. We didn't meet over a bowl of mush in the joint or in the jailhouse or none of that. Okay, that's cool. You were invited over. That's right. Carlos, you want to jump on, Carlos? And I'm gonna anybody can come on. I ain't tripping. Just you on the backstage if you want to show your face on the, and then we'll go from there. I will do this again. I forgot. Okay, I think I gotta go like this. Yeah, it's been. I haven't been on it in a while, so I forgot. Let's see. It's been a while since I've done this. Let's see. Stream. I can get it now. All right, there it is. Boom, got it. So, you know, what I was saying was, you know, you meet these people, you meet this person, man, you know, and he's just like trying to smut people up. I mean, immediately, you know what I'm saying? Immediately, you know, then I hear that, you know, he's talking about me behind my back. And like, I've never talked to this dude about nothing, none of my business. Small talk, just real small talk. And a lot of times I don't even, like, he's trying to talk to me and I don't even, because I ran into somebody a few times and I really don't got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? Until the dude finally gets it and shakes the spot. You know what I'm saying? You know, or I shake the spot on him because he's not offering me nothing. There's nothing there in the conversation that I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Hold on. How we do this, man? The crusted one. What's going on? Marine, how you doing? Sleep timer. Let's see. Man, I'm trying to figure this out. My bad, Carlos. There you go. Boom. You there?
What's up, Mike?
Hey, damn! This is trip, man. The buttons are different from what I haven't been live in months, so I couldn't. Man, I had a problem there, but here we go. Here we go. So
good to
yeah,
see you,
so
Mike.
yeah, likewise. You know what I was getting to. You know, it's weird, man. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? You the type of the way some of these cats conduct themselves, right? I mean, the way they conduct themselves on here, where we don't even know them, and the tendencies and the activities they're with, the shenanigans. But then when you see it in live person, you know what I'm saying? It just makes you wonder who raised these people, who raised this guy. You know what I mean? It's just weird. It's very you know, it's very feminine in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Not to disrespect any women, but this dude's like doing things you would think high school girls would do or middle school girls would do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but see, the situation with that is that we know out of the three of us, I'm the big mouth. I get my two brothers in trouble because I'm very outspoken, and he had no place to jump out there and reference you out of the blue. You ain't even been around this bad boy in almost a year and a half doing your own thing, but that's what he does. And not only did he lie, he went up there and lied on this thing. He said that Lefty showed paperwork of this and that. Listen. We heard the story. You told us that you got into an argument in the gas station and you showed somebody the pistol in your waist, and that's how you lost your concealed carry permit. Oh, nobody showed paperwork. Nobody cares about you enough to do that. But he had to go up there and be a little bitch and spew his fucking lies. But that's Renee. He's been a fucking joke. He used to be Cali G's. He's been the biggest joke in this community. And don't act tough, because I know for a fact he didn't have that energy when he was in front of you. I know that for a fact.
What does he go by now?
Oh, Renee the Angler, or the gay angler, or the gay fisherman, some shit like that.
Yeah. So, you know, we're getting to also on this little thing was, you know, how you know, fraudsters and certain people, you know, that were acting like they were somebody else, telling us that they were, you know, 6'8" like Black Jack Mulligan with 24-inch arms like Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Lying about being in the military, you know, lying about what they did in the military, what his dad did in the military, just lie upon lies. And then when he gets exposed, who he really is, he's a fraud, right? That's what his MO is. He's a fraud, right? He frauds people out of money. He burns people, right? That's what he does, right? And you know, they come with this false narrative, and then before you know it, some of these people are scared to death by a fake person that don't even show himself. You know what I'm saying? And then that narrative goes this way, and then you got these other clowns, you know, accusing that they know for sure that me, not only you and Nelson, but also me, and I gave information. And man, I don't give a fuck about that dude at all. Period. Right? And I show it when people start running their mouths and acting a certain way. I start seeing certain ways they're acting. I leave them alone, right? I leave them alone. And I've showed that I don't know how many times. People will always, not always, but there's a lot of people that know us, know me, and they'll say, like, oh man, yeah, Lou ain't been around. You know, Lou don't get out like that. Whatever it is, right? They know me enough to know that. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, little by little, everybody started turning their backs. And, you know, not so much like we needed them or because they turned their backs, or they started acting funny, it hurt us or anything like that. You know, it just, we knew what time it was. You know what I mean? Pump the brakes. Let them alone. Let them do their thing, right? But the funny thing was, we're being accused of something, and then these same individuals that accuse us of flip-flopping, they've done it numerous times with the same people over and over again, right? It's just it's a hilarious comedy that's hilarious, right? And we see this like when a person's not real, when they're a fake ass jive ass turkey, right? We see it all the time on different levels, with different things, right? With
Yep.
politicians. Politicians do it. Musicians do it, right? Your own homeboys, different homeboys that you might be really tight with, and maybe just some that are more of acquaintance or associate, but you guys come from the same, the same I don't want to say cloth, but the same you know what I'm saying? The same group segment. We'll just say it like that. You know what I mean? So, it's normal for everybody not to get along and like everybody just because you're from the same geographical area or whatever it might be. But what's not normal is from when people start acting funny style. You know what I mean? And it just, I ain't got
We seen it
time for
firsthand.
it.
Like they use this narrative that people are flip floppers, and you could use that narrative for everybody that's a content creator in the community. Because when this community first started, everybody was friends. So for you to say that I'm a flip flop or my brother's a flip flopper because we don't support somebody anymore, I can say the same thing about you because you don't support certain people anymore. See, what it is that they don't like to get called out on their bullshit. And we've seen it when it happened. What you just talking about? Chicago Muscle. We were the first ones in the community to fully go out and call him out and call him a fake. And what happened? They all took his side. They started saying, "Oh, the burden of proof is on the accusers," and blase and yada yada bullshit. What happened? He wound up being exactly what we called him out to be, a total and complete fraud. They all were fucking church mice. They all stood fucking quiet. Nobody said a fucking word, And it's even worse now. Like you don't even watch this community. You have not even seen how much flip flopping and turning has gone around. And you know what? You've been the same motherfucker. I've been the same motherfucker, and so has our brother Nelson. It's you
Yep.
motherfuckers that are a bunch of fucking clowns, bunch of fucking
Yep.
fakes, bunch of stand for nothing hypocrites. That's what the reality is.
Yep. And remember what I used to always say? I said, "Are you fucking kidding me? The shit that me and my two brothers have been through in our personal lives, right? Growing up, where we grew up, how we grew up, the things we've been involved with, being away from our peoples, our families in the joint and doing different, whatever we're involved with, right? That we're going to be some sucker ass motherfuckers and just be like, oh, okay, you don't want me talking or going on this chat? Okay. Like, come on, man. I mean, literally, you motherfuckers that thought that way, you guys need to bump your head in the wall and hopefully it snaps you back into reality. You know what I'm saying? Because you got us all the way twisted. You know what I mean? It's
All the
fucking
way.
hilarious. You know what I'm saying? It's
All the
hilarious.
way twisted.
All the way
That was
twisted.
one thing about us, and this is why we bonded and we stood so close with each other. Because nobody at the end of the day is going to tell us what the fuck we can do, where we can go, who we can talk to, how we feel. Nothing. We do our own fucking thing, and nobody influences us. And that's always been an issue with them. That was what it was. You had MB and them, and they were trying to control certain things. And no, you're not going to tell us what we can do. We're going to do what the fuck we want to do. And that's always been the issue. Everybody conforms. We don't conform. I don't conform. And what it is that all these motherfuckers want to be liked. Here it goes. And this is the important part. I like me. So I don't give a fuck if you like me. That's the problem. If you people liked yourselves, y'all wouldn't be fucking sacrificing. Y'all stand on certain things and wouldn't be so fucking cowardly. But you motherfuckers want to be liked by everybody. I don't give a fuck who likes me. I like me, and I like my brothers. And that's good enough for me.
Yep, straight up. I mean, you can't put it. With what you just said and what I had said prior to that, prior to what you said, that's hitting the nail on the head all the way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, perfect. One hit, ding, putting that nail in that wood. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
And I didn't want you to get
these
into
people
it,
don't got.
but I was like, damn, this dude he got a thing with my brother, and I know why he had an issue with you, because you remember when y'all met. When he approached you, he came out and he said, you still talk to that dude Carlos Lefty? And you stepped to him and was like, what? There's a problem with my brother? And what did he say? Oh, no, there's no problem. He changed his whole tune. He had a whole different fucking energy. So he realized that he'd have got the business then and there on the spot. So he left it alone. Now he wants to go on a panel and act like you a gangster. You never been a gangster. We know you since the beginning of this fucking community when you was fucking stalking FBS with 100 emails and messages and crying and telling stories. Like, stop it. Just do your wrestling with Lee Cole over there and shut the fuck up and keep our names out your fucking mouth, you little bitch.
Yeah. That's exactly right. You don't, since I'm going to say it like this, and it goes for the OC over here too, right? I'm not going to say no names. I'm not getting all to that. But as far as organization, I'm not doing that. But what I'm going to say is that, and we heard content creators say that life don't choose you. You don't choose that life chooses you. In other words, you don't go up to them and say, hey, I want to be this. You know what I'm saying? Can you guys, help me be this? That's not the way it works, right? So same concept, right? You don't say you're a gangster and try to act like a gangster because you might possess something, right? That doesn't make you that. You know what I mean? It's the way you carry yourself, the way you act, the way the way you jig with people, you know what I'm saying? The way you know what I'm saying? The way you, conduct yourself on a DL type level where some people won't even know, you know what I mean? And he don't fit that at all. He's one of those guys like, hey, he's one of them dudes like, hey, this is what I've done. Look what I got. This is what I've done before. Accept me. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
He should have put that out of me the first time. Yeah.
He was a band camp member, buddy. He was in band camp at fucking high school. He was part of music. He was part of the cheerleading squad. He was a cupcake. And now you want to come out here, you want to put a tough name on yourself and go and talk all this stuff, and everything is concealed carry and this and that. You're a fucking clown. I remember fucking Vinny fucking Green invited him to come to Brooklyn to have a big cookout. And he said, I can't go. And Vinny Green was like, why you can't go? He goes, because I can't bring my peace. You little bitch. Man, shut the fuck up with that bullshit. I can't bring my peace. You little fucking coward. Fuck out of here.
That's stupid, man. Why? But not in that to think that's why you can't go, but to even repeat to say it on here. You know what I mean? Like, hey, listen to what I'm about to say. You know what I'm saying? Like certain things you don't say, man. You don't just, I don't know, man. It's something else.
It's gotten worse, Spike. You don't keep up. It's gotten worse. Nah. It's become theater. Like internet gangbanging is on an all new level. These motherfuckers are smacking people, beating people's ass, and going here and going there, and they aren't doing a fucking thing. It's a bunch of cop calling, motherfucking snitching ass motherfuckers in this shit. I laugh at it. I got one. He keep calling me out. Meet me over here. Meet me over there, bro. I'm not doing this YouTube shit with you, bitch. You're a fucking cop because you're doing it on YouTube. You got my cell phone number. You could have done this shit elsewhere. I know what time it is with this shit. I'm not entertaining this shit. You motherfuckers want to fucking do this shit on YouTube? Yeah, you fucking police ass niggas. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck all this fucking theater shit. Don't talk about it. Be about it.
Who? That's the one that that I asked you. That's the one I asked you about the other day?
No, LEBT 305 out there in Miami.
And how far is Miami from Orlando?
It's about 3.5 to 4 hours.
Yeah, that's a long ways, man. That's like from here where I'm at to almost LA.
Right, but
you know what I mean?
It's the same shit that we heard since the beginning. Come over here, meet me in a park in Little Havana. I'm gonna tie one hand behind my back. I'm gonna give you a few swings. We've been hearing this fucking scripture for fucking 3 fucking years. And it's like, bro, stop that. Because a year ago, I spoke to you on the phone. I gave you my exact address and told you there's no cameras here. We can shoot the fade right here. I don't get down with the police. That's not my style. I probably unalive myself before I even call 911. But that's the excuse he wants. Why? Because it's theater. This is the guy that asked me to meet him in Universal Studios, Spy, about 8 months ago. That even
1,000
myself is
cameras.
sitting here laughing like, why the fuck would you go to
1,000
Universal
cameras.
Studios?
1,000 cameras.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know
Parking
why.
lot had-
We know why. It was
the
kind of
parking
like
lot-
when you were in school, when you had a fight. Who got in trouble? The guy who swung first. I know what time it is, stupid. I look like I'm a dumbass to you. I'm gonna let you rope me into that fuckery.
Well, like when we were kids, we would walk from the from middle school or in high school. We're gonna go walk to fight this dude, right? And you got 50, 60 students following. So you're busted right there. I mean, they already know something's going to happen, right? So it's the same concept scenario when you go to a place like Universal Studios where there's cameras everywhere. You gonna get caught. I mean, you know, I mean, just for a fist fight ain't bad, but you never know how escalated it could become, right? You don't know if, you know, you could punch somebody, they fall down, hit their head, you know, now they're in a coma, you know, and now you're looking at some, it could be, you know, it could be anywhere from assault with a deadly weapon causing bodily injury, or it could even be a manslaughter charge. You know what I mean? You know, it's just, come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, what they say when you're gonna fight in jail? Excuse me, you go in the bathroom or you go in their cell, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I don't like going into the cell to fight, right? But I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. But they got cameras all over the place, even in the pins now. I heard too now.
Oh yeah, but see, that's the thing, Pike, and that's what was funny. And he's brought this up since it happened countless times, and everybody knows the story. It was on a Saturday, and I'm over here at the kitchen table. I got the boy with me. The boy's on his phone. I'm on my phone. And I'm listening to him. He's walking around fucking Universal Studios with a bucket hat, a fucking tourist pouch across his chest, talking about, Carlos, where you at? Like, why didn't you just have me meet you in the fucking precinct, stupid? What do you think is gonna happen? I go to Universal Studios. What, to talk? No, I know what it was. You wanted me to swing first, get caught on camera, and I'm the one going to jail. Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck? There's nothing gangster about calling somebody out in the most secure tourist spot in fucking Florida. Man, shut the fuck up with that nonsense. Do that theater with the clowns in your chat. I don't got time for that fucking fuckery.
Hey, you know what I seen the other day, and it's not the same, but it is the same. There was some dude, and I don't know what state it was, but this guy is literally harassing his black neighbors, right? And he's like, I guess he ran a lot of different families out of his neighborhood just because he don't like the color of their skin, right? They weren't bothering nobody. He went and knocked on the door. Anyways, this dude is being videotaped, right? And he's saying while they're taping him that I don't give a shit. Anybody that don't like it, I don't give a fuck. Pull up. He says his address on while they're filming him, right? They posted it.
Mm-hmm.
Shit me. Are you shitting me now? He had about 200 people that showed up to his pad. 200 people at the same time. 200 people, and he ended up he ended up going to jail, right? And then when they arrested him, they found he had some type of dope in the house, and I think he had some other. Don't quote me on this part, but I think he had weapons as well, and he ended up getting a pin term for that. Yeah, finally I showed up. I know I had to keep changing the time because I had to take the dogs out. I had to take them out to use the bathroom, and then just there's always something, man. And I got caught up, and then before you know it was time to get on, so I jumped on. But yeah, man, 200 people showed up. At least 200. It might have been more, but that's, you know, I'm just estimating. It was a ton of people, a ton of people. But yeah, I think that person is the same person that I asked you about the other day.
I wouldn't doubt it. Listen, see what it is that we seeing it now with society, bro. With this new generation is stupid as hell. Clout is the new drug. You know, social media got everybody being a fucking gangster, got everybody doing this, everybody dry snitching on each other. I mean, you can't make the shit you see up daily. And I laugh at that shit because I'm old school as all fucking hell. You think I'm gonna fucking make a case on YouTube? You fucking dummies. Like, y'all need to stop this fucking theater. It's weak as hell. That shit is weak as fucking hell. Y'all tell it on yourselves. Fucking cops don't have to investigate anymore. These stupid asses shooting somebody and then they uploading the goddamn videos to fucking TikTok and Twitter. They telling them on themselves. You can't make it up, bro.
Yeah. And that's the thing nowadays. I was saying, I had mentioned this before on the No-Fly-Zone, and I'm pretty sure here too. You know, some of these bigger police departments and these sheriff's departments have a unit that does cyber stuff. You know what I'm saying? They
Yep.
monitor all these platforms. You know what I mean? So these kids that be posting up with AR-15s and SKSs and Mac 10s and you know a 40 with the 30 clip, and they're posting all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then sometime later they're doing something, you know, a robbery or something, and then even then sometimes they'll post whatever they took on the damn. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people, man? That makes no sense. And you want to talk about being woke? That should be woke. You know what I mean? Stupid.
It's absolutely crazy, and that's what it is. And they do it here. We were out watching this shit today. There was a battle going on, and it's funny. It happened to be the same two we were talking about. You had Chicago over there, and you had fucking SoFlo over there fighting with each other. These motherfuckers used to be best friends, brothers, and now they're fighting with each other again. Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, I mean, it's theater, dude. It's fucking theater. It's fucking bizarro world at the highest level.
Yeah, Zorro for sure. It's pure tonto shit. You know what I mean?
Bro, you can't make it up, bro. See, that's the one thing I always say. I don't care if people like us or not. We've been consistent in who we are. We've been consistent in who we are. We did like everybody else and distance ourselves from a lot of motherfuckers in this motherfucker. But we call it out like we see it, and that's the problem. They don't like that. They want to be able to control people's voices. And me, I'm a loud mouth. I can't bite my tongue. I don't have no fucking teeth.
I haven't heard that one. I started laughing too when you said that. Before you said that, because I started thinking one time. I remember I was in the pen and we were going. It was. We just woke up for breakfast and we were waiting to go to chow on the breakfast line, right? And I remember one of the homies told me, "He goes, damn man, why you so damn loud?" I said, "Man, because I'm Puerto Rican, man. We loud, motherfucker." You know what I mean? Right? I was thinking that right when I heard you say you loud. You know what I mean? Edwin Jimenez. Bendiciones a ti, la familia y la isla del encanto, nuestra patria. Vaya. Chemo. Yeah, easily pick up RICO charges.
Absolutely. They're doing it now.
Over here, they like to hand out gang enhancements, right? Gang enhancements, and obviously the conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? On the state level, I can't really say that I've seen anybody get picked up on a state RICO, even though they did have one back in 83. I think it was 83. They had one. They had they had 3 individuals that were considered, for sure 2 of them were considered the main guy and the first captain. They were right here in this county, the jail right here in this county, because the pen they picked them up from is in this same town, right? And they got indicted. They got indicted on state charges. Don't go to Georgia. Yeah, I don't want to fuck around with none of the red states, to be honest. Daniel Ortiz, yeah, Georgia.
It's crazy. They don't play with the interstate shit. But you got these dudes doing it. I was listening to the other day. There's a dude fucking in Baltimore. He's over here fucking talking about going over here and smacking this person and smacking that person. And it's like, bro, you guys, you don't get it. Like, what's this internet tough shit for? What the fuck is with this internet gangbanging shit? Like, it's comical. Like, bad boys move in silence. Real motherfuckers ain't gonna sit up on a goddamn computer and tell you what they're gonna do. Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Exactly, they're moving silent. Yeah, exactly. Just like they say, if somebody pulls something out on you, and they don't use it, why are you pulling it out? So anybody that says you know who I am or that type of shit, is like, it all falls in that same bucket. But it just yeah, it makes no sense, right? But hey, what then I've been seeing lately that it's the CCW, the concealed carry, whatever, that now you can go from state to state if you have it. You heard about that?
Yeah, but it's always been that way. It's only certain states are okay with certain states. Like if you have a concealed carry permit, let's say in Florida, there's a certain listing of states that you can actually travel to where your license carries over there, and some it don't. But even with that shit, it's like I tell people now, I'm in Florida. And people, that stand your ground, stand your ground. Stand on these nuts. I'm a convicted federal felon. Stand your ground law does not work with me at all. So save that
Or
fucking
me.
stand your ground law bullshit over here. It doesn't work with me. I'm in a lose-lose situation as it is. So don't use that shit as an excuse. You could come visit me. You could come knock on my door. Stand your ground law don't work with me. But just prepare yourself to get what exactly you got coming. Because I guarantee you it's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. How they
No,
plan
but
it out in their head and how you think it is going in your own mind, it's going to go the total opposite of what you think is going to happen when you get here. So save all the fucking tough shit and just don't even travel because it's not going to be worth it. It really isn't.
But supposedly now though, I guess Trump signed it in. I guess Trump signed it, or unless Biden signed it before he left, which I don't think he did. It's been all over YouTube. It keeps popping up that you can go anywhere in the U.S. now with your weapon. Yeah, because they even said it's like a driver's license. You can go into any state with your weapon now. So as long as you have a CCW. Me personally, I think it's going to be some. I think there's going to be a lot more issues with that. You know what I mean?
Will. Because some will take it like they're going to be okay with it, and it'll work for some, and it'll work for none. It's like right now, that shit will not work in Florida. It doesn't matter who's in office or whatever's going on. If you're in Florida and you're a convicted felon, you have no wins. You're done. You're done. There's no pistol. There's no none of that shit. You're not. There's no workaround for it. Florida
Well, it's
does
just a
not
federal law.
allow fucking felons to have possession. It's
It's a
just that
federal law.
simple.
Yeah.
There's no after
Yeah.
10 years, 15. No, it doesn't work that way. I got a federal charge. I'm done for lifetime. And Florida's not restoring fucking rights and shit like that. So I'm shit out of luck as far as that shit.
It's a federal law and it's a state law, and not every state, but here it is. I'm a ex-convict. I'm an ex-felon. I cannot ever own a gun legitly, right? Which is straight bullshit. I think it's straight bullshit. You get your other amendments stored when you get off parole. You know what I mean?
Me too.
So
I think it's absolute bullshit.
You can't be on parole to vote. Once you get off parole, you can vote. I voted the last 2 elections. So your Second Amendment should be restored too. I've been out on 8 years almost now. You know what I mean? You've been out way longer than that. You haven't been to a prison in years, way longer than that.
No.
You know what I mean?
My last shit was maybe 14 years ago, and I was a little 3-month staying at the fucking county joint here for a fucking battery. I said, but other than that, I've been a fucking civilian, and even with Florida being so strict on the rights, it's a simple thing for me. That's a philosophy I keep inside my head. I'd rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6. And then it has not left me. And it's going to continue to stay that way. That's my mindset. But I don't sit up here and entertain all this fucking gangster shit. I laugh at it now. I don't even do that shit anymore. I'm done fighting and come here. That meet me. Get the fuck on YouTube? Nah, man, that shit is done off of YouTube. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah. He says, Big Lou, if we turn into a Russian over here, you be knowing they're gonna come for them guns. Yeah, well, apparently their citizens aren't allowed to have guns, or they're only allowed to have so many. I forgot exactly how it goes. Tyrants don't want their ordinary folks having them things. Yeah, a lot of them don't.
No. But see, also, I like where I'm at now, especially on my street. I don't need to have all my rights restored. I have a population of people that I grow to respect around here, and it's no offense to them, but they're rednecks. And rednecks are necessary in this fucking country. And I got a whole block of rednecks here. I don't need to do a fucking thing. Come over here with that fuckery. They love to use their right to bear arms. And make that mistake and come and fuck around over here. They'll make an example of
that
real quick.
That's why I said with this thing they're talking about this is, as long as you got your CCW, it's like a driver license. You can take your weapon anywhere. That's what's going to happen. A lot of people are going to feel entitled and want to use that woo wop on people's asses. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you want to argue with me? You want to act like you're going to slap me or hit me? Bam, bam. You know what I mean? And depending on how many, that's just what I believe. Because you see what's going on. There's a lot of fucking racist shit going on. Where people are writing shit down on receipts and just pulling up to somebody, telling them to get out the car. I hate you, beaners, and you know what I'm saying, for no apparent reason, just because of pure hate. And I'm getting tired of hearing people read off scripture, have a scripture full of mouth, but their heart is straight full of hatred. You know what I'm saying? And that's not how it works. I hear Florida, they got some real rednecks. Yeah, all them places do. Florida, fucking Georgia, fucking Louisiana, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Shit. Yeah, they love
don't play. Bro, I was telling somebody, oh, forget about it. Like my neighbor. Bro, my neighbor's crazy as all hell. This lady, a couple of houses down the street, thought she saw a coyote. Because, they come, but in this area, they're a rarity. Man, this man sat out there for I don't know how many days waiting to see if he killed himself, the goddamn fucking coyote. And it's just like, but they're necessary. It's like I tell people, like, if motherfuckers made the mistake and started from war and they got on the ground and they came out to Florida, you in trouble, motherfucker. Because the rednecks out here are gonna tear your fucking ass apart. They've been shooting since kids. They are nasty and they're hellified armed. So yeah, the rednecks out here in Florida, mad respect to them. They're a different breed.
Yeah, right. Real shit. You know what I mean? Real shit. Yeah, they it's one, depending, and yeah, I mean, they grow up 5, 6 years old learning how to shoot a 20-06 or 30-06, whatever, 30-06. You know what I'm saying? 22 rifles. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a shotgun a little bit, maybe a little older than that shotgun, but hunting rifles and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh
yeah. A lot. It's important. They feel, you know what I'm saying, which I agree with it somewhat. It's important for them to, especially the boys, say dad's a truck driver, he works long hours and he's got to travel. The man in the house now, you know what I'm saying? And he's going to defend the house. He's going to show him, how to take care of business. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Since kids, they trained them how to properly hold it, how to load it, safety and the whole nine. Trust me, I was telling somebody, I was like, they're different. There's a comedian. I'll send you the link to him. I forgot his name. He's African. Let me not say African. People get offended saying African now. He's a black guy, black comedian. And he's at a show and he's having a conversation with the lady and she was talking about them coming to infiltrate this country. And he just starts laughing at the lady. He's like, that ain't gonna happen. He says, because we got one thing in this goddamn country a lot of motherfuckers don't got. And she's like, what's that? He goes, we got good old rednecks. He was like, let these motherfuckers come over here. He said there'll be fucking NASCAR cars and trucks with number 3 all up and down the highways and talking about the war's over, boys. We got him. Bust out the beer. And I was dying because it's the truth. You start that ground shit over here, boy, these motherfuckers will tear your ass apart.
Yeah. It's over here. Come over here, fuck around, okay. Yeah.
But they're not coming. That shit won't happen, bro. That shit will never happen. They use that shit as scare tactics. That shit's never happen.
Yeah, like Red Dawn and shit. Red Dawn.
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna happen, bro. Fuck. You know how many goddamn militias we have in this fucking country that people don't even know about? It'd be a big mistake to dropping this goddamn country and start that bullshit.
Yeah, it's something else. It's all things are, already that fast. You know what I'm saying? A month and a half though. But yeah, no, on that front, yeah, you got some of these guys, man. They got fucking, a little you know, like either, you know, their closet, or they got something built, or they got gun safes and racks. And these dudes have, you know, rifles on top of rifles, on, you know, assault rifles on top of assault rifles, and all kinds of these new gadgets, these, you know, 40 cal with the light on it, and a Desert Eagle, and you know, all kinds of shit, man. Like, damn, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And they, you know, some of these people believe that they believe that they have to stock up on this shit because you know, they're gonna get invaded or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And from in and without, from within and from you know, another nation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, because they know how corrupt and evil our own political parties are. They know that most of that shit comes from inside. Those decisions and shit like that. Ain't nobody coming from somewhere else. We got to worry about the motherfuckers that's in the positions of power doing what they're doing.
Yeah, like that right there. I tried to warn people about this, and it's coming to fruition. It's been already. They started on it. You know what I mean? It's there ain't no way you can tell me.
Oh, yeah, Project 2025. Yep.
No way you can tell that. They can't take their kids to a baseball game, a basketball game, a football game, a concert. You know what I'm saying? Probably even the movie theaters, depending on how big of a family they got. You know what I mean? Maybe even buying them pizza. You know, all that shit costs money, man. And you're talking hundreds of thousands of people now. That's, you know, that's where it's going. You know what I'm saying? And it's close to that already. So it's you seen how the stock markets immediately reacted yesterday. You know what I mean? I hate going to Jersey because I can't carry there, but I can carry in Florida.
Yeah, right.
And she does. They don't have a. You can't have a CCW there in Jersey. They don't offer that.
She's from Philly, but that's what we were talking about. You know how you can have a concealed carry in this state, and it might be, let's say, Florida, and it might be good in Georgia, but it might not be good in Virginia. Look where she's at. She's in Philadelphia, and right across is Jersey, and she can't go into Jersey with it. So it be stuff like that.
Oh, so what she's saying is she can't cross the state lines with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Like if she gets stopped in Jersey with her piece, she'll get charged for it. It doesn't. Her concealed carry is not valid over there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. People, you got to look into it now, because I've been seeing this being offered for the past couple of weeks. They said it's a quick thing with like 6-7 questions, and it's what's the word? Reciprocity or something like that. Reciprocity or something. Where they're saying it's good.
That's the thing. It's still early, even if something like that. They're liable to put some shit out there. Have people think that that's a possibility. Go carry their shit, get bagged for it, and have to fucking fight it, and then not get passed. If it was to get passed, then it'd be something else. But like right now, it's talk. I don't see it happening. You know how strict they are on gun laws? Shit.
Okay, see what.
But it's a possibility. It is a possibility. I'm all for it. Listen, I'm one thing about me. I don't care who's in office, but I'm a big right to bear arms type of individual. So if that's okay, I'm cool with that shit, because I believe everybody should have their rights.
We can't, and it's just that we can't. That's what.
I know.
You know, it shouldn't be. It should be case by case. You know what I mean? If you haven't been in trouble in so long, if you know, depending with certain cases, automatically, certain cases automatically, keep you from being able to get one. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Sanho Lifer? See, what does Timo say? He said nobody cared about everything we were saying. Lou said it couldn't happen, but now it's happening. People losing. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I didn't think it was going to happen either, but look at all the shit that they're doing. And I don't get into it, because that's one, I leave that, because political tribalism Political tribalism is stronger than steel. That shit separates families. It does everything. I'm a believer that both parties ain't shit.
Yeah. I mean, they do a lot of similar stuff, but can't nobody tell me that they're exactly the same. I don't. Not that there's. I can't believe that they're exactly the same. I mean, like I said, they both do. They get a lot of money out of the. They get the pharmaceutical company, the oil and gas. You know what I'm saying? All that shit needs to be out. They need to have term limits. You know, and you can't tell me that Dick Durbin, who's been a senator of the state of Illinois since '77, and Patrick Leahy, been a senator since '75 or '76, something like that, from Vermont, are up to speed on what's really going on nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they hear stuff, they read stuff, but I just they need to. Even Chuck Schumer, he needs to step the fuck back and let somebody take that spot over that's younger, right? It's just it's not it's not good. They can't. They had a hard time pushing the message. They can't put the message across. And I think these younger people can. Let's see. All the schools, all the school shootings, they want stricter gun laws and stuff. Yeah, I mean, having stricter gun laws is not getting rid of guns. I don't get that part. You know what I mean? I don't get that part. You say you're pro-life, so these kids, that's the number one thing that kills kids. Look at all these shootings in schools and stuff. Elon Musk ain't no genius, and then folks worship that man. Just it's crazy. It's crazy. It's a lot of fucking bullshit going on. But man, all we can do is just speak up. Those that are interested in speaking out on things, you know what I mean? I know you're not. I know you're not into, getting into that. Like, you had just mentioned it, but I already know that. So I don't really want to get into it on this one right here. You know what I mean? Like I can, or I could, I should say. You know what I mean?
No, you're fine, Fight. It doesn't change
the lady dams
I have my own way of looking at it. I know how. See, it's one thing that these guys with their tribalism, they can't admit. Like, they can't call out certain people from within their own party. I can do that. I've always leaned Democratic. You can call me a liberal all you want, but I could call it out. Chuck Schumacher ain't shit. Nancy Pelosi ain't shit. You motherfuckers can't do that. Y'all love everybody. Everybody in your party is gravy and all that bullshit. Right. Call it out for what it is.
I said yesterday, I did a video the other day, right? And I said, the weird part about all this shit is that somebody that's independent or a Democrat, but some independents as well, do not agree with everything that Joe Biden did or Barack Obama did, right? But on the flip side, this guy can say, I just killed somebody on Fifth Avenue, and I got your mama and daddy tied up upstairs, and these people will get up and clap for it. You know what I mean? It don't matter what he says, does, or tries to do. They're absolutely behind him 100%. They do not work for him. They work for the American people. They work for their constituents from their district or from their state. It's crazy. But yeah, you're right. They can't say that. They can't say that. And the other day I did a reaction video to Bill Maher, however you say it.
Yeah.
And he's the same way. He's liberal, but he called out them, right? And that's what a lot of people don't like. And so Michael Francis was on there with him. And then, one of the first things Michael says is that, oh, yeah, I like, because, you're calling out the Dems and and then he starts telling about his book, Democracy, American Democracy. I don't remember what the name of the book is. Something Democracy, and it's about the government. And he says, well, the government's corrupt and they want to lose power. And so Bill Maher tells him, well, give me an example. And he asked him about 3-4 times, and Michael Francis could not give him an example on what he means by, the government, the democracy. You know what I'm saying? And then what is the first thing he finally says after he says, man, you can't even give me an example? He said, well, Nancy Pelosi. That's the first thing they say, Nancy Pelosi. Inside traders. But you got the senator from fucking, they used to be from Georgia before Warnock and Ossoff got the 2 spots. The dude was selling his PPE, the money he had in the PPE, right? And the personal protection equipment, right? The masks, the gloves, the gowns. He that's inside trader. You know what I'm saying? There, a lot of them are doing it from both sides. You know what I'm saying? But he don't want to.
Yes.
Michael Francis is so fucking. He's so fucking bullheaded and sounds so stupid when he literally talks about Joe Biden is corrupt, this and that, and your boy has been corrupt from the before he even came anywhere near this place. You know what I mean? Like right now, he's still making money, and he's the president. And he's making billions of dollars, right? It's crazy, man, and it's fucking crazy. Just to give take from the poor.
You got Eli Musk doing the Hail Hitler. You know, he's in his position. We know what he's doing. It's about them fucking bigger in their pockets. They don't give two fucks about the American people. Both parties. It's about me coming in here, selling these people a dream, getting them on board, and me making some fucking coin. That's what the fuck it's about.
Yeah. You see, Bill Maher sold out. I don't watch that dude anymore. I don't watch him either. It's just that when I seen he had Michael Francis on there, I knew that I wanted to see that because I don't fuck with I don't even watch Michael Francis no more either. I unsub to all them dudes. I don't watch any of them, right? Because he's too much. He's still too much with the shenanigans, right? He's still on. Well, when he starts speaking about certain things, he's still got that racketeer in him. You know what I'm saying? And that's always going to be there. We know that, but it's just the nonsense that he says is just doesn't compute what he's trying to push. You know, he's golfing a lot on taxpayers. Yep.
It's mixed with the God stuff. And here's my thing. Dude, you've been outside that life damn near 40 years, right? And you're telling all of this, and you still haven't come to terms within yourself that you're a fucking rat. You're a fucking rat.
Yeah.
You're no fucking different than Sammy and them, you know, and you can't admit that. You think that you're fucking special, like you're fucking different. No, bitch, you're a fucking rat. I don't care about the God shit, none of that. Just admit it. Norby Walters, you can go through the list. You sat in front of Congress talking about the boxing commission. That's what rats do. You're a fucking rat. Own it.
What about the other one? He don't talk about this one. Was the other one he testified was the girl that worked for him. He testified against her boyfriend. Right? Shout out to Wise Guy TV. He dropped a video on it and read from the courts, the transcripts from the court, from the person typing it or whatever. You know what I mean? He told on that. He don't talk about that, you know. And then he says that going in front of Congress or the Senate, the committee is just a show and pony show or whatever. But no, we know that if you get caught lying, you're going to jail, right? Or if you don't invoke your Fifth Amendment rights correctly, you're going to jail, right? So he's full of shit on all that. He's full of shit on that, you know, and that, yeah, exactly. He don't keep shit real when it comes to that shit. And at this point, like you said, he's been out the game for about almost 40 years, like you said, right? For sure, since the mid 80s, right? I think he went to jail and got out the first time, I think 85 or something, 86, you know? And then he was telling the story that he went to the pen and did the first term before he went back on the violation because he didn't give information like he said he was going to do. And then he was trying to play them. I kind of believe it, but it doesn't matter. It still is what it is, right? Same thing with the John Jr. shit. It doesn't matter that you were telling them lies. You still sat down with them. That's why you don't even take a chance sitting down with them, because whatever you're saying, that person, that agent, might not write it down the way you're saying it. They can interpret it however they want, and then they put pen to paper and put down whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you don't even do it. You don't even go in there with them. You know what I mean? But they want to take money away from free meal. Yeah, this is the VA. The troops are getting hit hard off top. Yeah, exactly. It's all.
It's like,
this one.
Okay, you brought that up. That's a topic that's been out for a minute. And is he a government cooperated witness? No. But you cannot get mad if somebody calls you a rat because you did a 302, regardless if nobody went to jail or you was retired or two people went to jail. A 302 is universally defined as a rat move. So you can't get upset when somebody calls you that. You know, it is what it is. I don't look at them like that compared to the rest of them. But can I get offended if somebody calls them a rat? No, you are. That's what you did that. You made that. You sat down. You were a queen for a day, and you have to accept that. Whether you are out of that lifestyle, retired, or whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change what you did.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And some of these dudes, they'll straight tell it like, oh, but I didn't hurt nobody. It don't matter, dude. You don't, because on that whole thing with that John Jr. thing that I trip out on is that not that he said names of people that were dead, or not that he said names that were that he said people had marks on them and they got stabbed or hit and didn't have no mark, and he mixed everything all up. No, what about the fact that he was telling about the councilman that he was doing business with? Because when he went on Patrick Bet David, he only showed one page and he only read from a small paragraph or two. There's like 4 or 5 or 6 sheets on him, different to the complete twos of him. And then there's a section of there where he's talking about a certain, I don't know if he's a state senator or assemblyman or a councilman, but there was somebody from the state of New York that he was doing business with on construction or asbestos removal or something. I forgot what it was. You know what I'm saying? You're telling on that individual. You know what I mean? But just like I said, there's just more the reason why you don't sit down with them. No. Because the other part
it was a bad move. But
yeah,
see, his biggest thing is I felt he should have just left it alone. Going on Patrick Bet David wasn't a smart move, but the way I see it, I know why he went on Patrick Bet David, because Joey Molino called him a rat.
Yeah. So that's where he had and that's another thing with Joey Molino too. That shit's weird to me, but that he's always, complaining and bitching about rats. That shit is weird. And the reason why I say that is because, him, A-Light, even Francis, Dominic Sicali, these dudes are always bringing up about how much time they've done, right? That they're not so much Michael about how much time, but he does mention, I grew up going to the feds to go see my dad, and then I ended up being in there, and it's like, they bring up about being convicts, but then, dude, people do not want to hear that type of shit in the pen. These motherfuckers are doing their own time. They might be stressed out about other things. They don't want to hear this dude bitching about, oh, this guy ratted on me and fuck him. He's a rat and that guy's a rat and this is a rat. You know what I mean? That's weird. That's a weird way to do time. You know what I mean? I've never been around anybody that's done that. And if you're doing that type of shit, your people is going to check the shit out of you, right? Because they don't want to hear that shit. Somebody's that. Yeah, we'll handle it when we see them. But it's weird. It's just weird. You know what I mean? It's weird to me. It's weird.
He's outside the lifestyle, and he is excessive with it, because I watched him say that Sonny was a rat, Sonny Francis, because he's still in communication with Michael, and now I'm like, now you're outside your league, because you're not even close to the man Sonny was. Understand? I respect the fact you did your time, you didn't rat and everything, but don't you put that bone on Sonny. Don't you even disrespect that man. That's the man of steel. You couldn't do half the time fucking Sonny did. So, that was my issue with him.
The last time you seen Sonny, though, they were together in the pen and they took pictures together. Fat Andy was there. I think, what's the name, was there too? Jerry Lang. I think they were all there together, right? And the funny part about it was, I don't think, I mean, I don't know for sure, because I don't know them, but from what been reported and what I've seen documentaries and videos on and read, him and Michael didn't have a relationship for a while, right? And then when he got out, after he was already 90 something years old in a wheelchair, could walk, I believe that's when they kind of hooked back up. You know what I mean? But what is the old man supposed to do? What is the old man supposed to do at 98 years old? He's supposed to get out and start stabbing his son or beating his son with his hands, or pack a pistol and shoot him? Like, come on, man. I mean, I did a video about that too. Like, I mean, this dude's a real deal Holyfield, man. I mean, he went down. I mean, okay, you could say when he came with his kids, but like I said, his other son wore a wire on him, testified, went into the witness protection program. And according to that son, he showed up one day at that nursing home or that retirement home, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And his dad was already 100 years old at that time. You know what I mean? So, it's to call that dude that after he did fucking, 30 something years, I think he did a total of like 38 years, I think, altogether. 30, yeah, because he went in 1970 and he got out in 78. or 79 the first time. And then he got violated like 4 or 5 times on that first term, that first bid, right? And then he caught the 7 or 8 years when his son wore the wire on him. So I think he did like a total of 37 years or something like that, 36 years altogether. You know what I mean? And look what happened to his family. His family got destroyed, you know, and he still held his mud. And he said in that one little interview, he said, I can't hurt people. I can't hurt people. It's not in me to do that. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night with myself. You know what I mean? Straight gangster,
100 years old. He's 100. He was 100 years old. He still wouldn't even give the one fucking lady that was asking him questions the answers. He still wouldn't break. And this is my response to Joey Molina. You're a gangster. You're a stand-up guy, but you're talking about a fucking legend. Don't do that. Don't ever do that.
Legend.
They don't make men like Sonny anymore.
Yeah, straight legend. They don't. That lady asked him, Omerta, what do you mean Omerta? And he's like, huh? He goes, Omerta. He goes, well, what's that mean? He told her. You know what I mean? He said very minimal. He said very minimal. He spoke more about his family. And, you know, he said he came out of the army. He was gambling in the army, made some money. And he said he put money into businesses. He never would say that, oh, yeah, you know, I had a business or I was a partner with this dude from the Genovese or anything like that. He would say a friend, you know, a friend of mine or acquaintance or associate of mine. Well, I don't even think he said associate. I think he just said a friend. You know what I mean? He left it at that. He wouldn't go into no details. You know, everything was about him. You know what I mean? And that was it. Dubs.
Don't get me wrong. I like Joey. I make no bones about it. I like Joey Molina. I might not agree with everything or certain things that he says, like he did with Sonny and stuff like that, but I'm all for him. You understand? Because at the end of the day, he was part of that lifestyle. He comes from in a way royalty, so to speak, and he kept his fucking mouth shut. So you know, well, more power to him. And he did his time. But when he says crazy shit like that, I'll call him out. You don't even need to be talking about Sonny.
Don't you? She's in heat again, man. Fuck. Oh boy, this is her 6th heat now. That's what I got to do is I got to separate them after she's in heat about 8 days. You know what I mean? Because he might be able to get, because after so many days she's going to flag him and get to him, right? And so I might be asleep when they get stuck, and I don't even know it. You know, they get unstuck before I wake up, so I have to separate them. I got to get the gate, and I have to put them on one side. Thank God though, he don't act a fool and jump over it and all that. You know what I mean? They're well behaved. So, but yeah, I'm not in no position for no puppies right now. I got no room. My place is so small. It's like I barely got room for just me if I was alone here, you know, in my spot. So I got to tiptoe around him a lot because he's already now 132 pounds. He's 26 months old. He's 132 pounds. He's 26 and a half inches tall. He's got a 26-inch head. She's 96 pounds, 20 inches tall. So he's an XL. He's a double XL. But combined, you're talking almost another whole man, right? You're talking the 228 pounds, you know, of a person, like another person.
Yeah.
So I got to tiptoe over them. You know, I don't like to disturb them when they're sleeping. You know, I do my best to not, you know, have to make them get up so I can walk by. Sometimes, you know, if they lay in the wrong spot, but you know, it is what it is. But I got to be on top of this because, like I said, I'm not in a position to have no puppies right now. I mean, I would love to,
big
but
and they look good.
The problem is though, is a part of my plan is I want to keep couple of the female pups, a couple of daughters out of it, if not all the daughters. But I have to have family. I have to have my family help me out to keep them there, which they'll be like their dog. But when it comes, if I want to use them to breed, then I'll do that. But it'll be their dogs. But it's just not the right time right now. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
So yeah, because you know, so it is what it is. I'll just have to wait. But I don't want her to get too old. You know, to where if it comes to the right time now she's too old. Because they say that every time they come in the heat, that their uterus gets damaged just naturally. You know what I mean? And she's been. So they say if you're going to breed your dog, 2 times, 3 times, or 4 times, to do it back to back, as long as they're able to recover, because of the fact that their uterus gets damaged every time they come in the heat. So I don't plan on breeding her more than really just once, but no more than twice for sure. I don't want to put all that stress and all that on her. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
So that's why I'm saying when it comes time to really do it, I want to make sure that I'm in the right position to do it. So that's where we're at with that. But she's having issues too with allergies right now. So she's been having skin and skin allergies and stuff. Every few months, every 3 or 4 months, she has this issue. So I had to buy some special stuff, and some of the stuff's already came delivered, but most of it hasn't yet. So once I get the majority of that stuff, I got to take them down and give them baths at the self-wash place where you do it yourself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's where we're at with them. Excuse me. And so yeah, it's when I had the last litter, man, I had 7 puppies that time. It was nonstop, man. Every time I cleaned up the pen where I had them,
Yep.
in the whelping box, I would clean them all up. Or clean up the area. As soon as I put them back in there, they would mess it up again. You know what I mean? I was buying a bunch of puppy pads nonstop. But hey, that's part of it. If you want to be with that, that's part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just is what it is. What's wrong with this girl, man? Hey.
I watched your video on Tank. What do you think is gonna happen? That shit's gonna stay the way it is, right?
Just before I came on, it said that they were trying to get it reversed. They're trying to get it reversed, because that should have been considered a knockdown, and then automatically it would have changed the round from a 10-9 to a 10-8, and then Roach would have won. I don't know. I just barely read it. I didn't read the whole article. I just read the title of it. So we'll see what happens on that. But yeah, that's a trip. You know what I mean? Why did he just back up the first time instead of taking the knee, back up? Because I said in the video, I said, why did he backpedal to his corner so they could wipe his eye out instead of just taking a knee like that? I mean, because what's the ref's name? Willis? I think it's Willis. Wilkes, when he took a knee, maybe he got hit before that, and then all of a sudden he felt the pain and took the knee. I don't remember off the top of my head right now if it was if they had already started slinging when they came off the bell or not. But that's weird. Like, that would normally be considered a knockdown.
I know I watched the video today, and dude slowed it down, and you could actually see the braid swinging and going right dead, hit him dead in the middle of his eye. But you're in a boxing match. Who the fuck told you to have baby oil and grease and all this shit in your hair looking all fucking pretty, motherfucker? It's a fucking fight. So if it did happen, and you seen him blinking after that, it comes with it. But that still doesn't matter. You fucking, there's Stevie Wonder saying it. You took a fucking knee, dude.
Yeah, but he had to get his hair did. You know what I mean? He had to get it all braided up. Oh man, yeah, it's a trip, man. It's a trip. I don't know what's going on with they got some fights going down in New York coming up, right? With Teofimo Lopez and Arnold Barbosa, and I think Ryan Garcia and Rolly's on the same card, I believe. Something about, I don't know what exactly said. I want to look into it. Something Teofimo Lopez was like clowning, talking about bananas or some shit. I don't know exactly what was said. I heard him say something about bananas, and then it was like they went to say that he's been talking really racial. I don't know what exactly behind that. I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go look and go check. Huh?
I don't like him. No, I want him to fight Subio Mateus, and I want Subio Mateus to beat his fucking ass.
Yes, Mateus just got another belt, I think, didn't he? I think so.
Yeah.
The other night he won a belt from Valenzuela, I believe it was. So yeah, Teofimo Lopez, he that's what I'm talking about with these guys, man. They like Ryan Garcia is another one. Like they just talk out of their ass. Hey. Their collars hitting the water bowl.
That trash talking, that shit is extra. And I was watching them.
Yeah,
and I'm like, bro,
man.
you talking out your ass. You call fucking Matias whatever the fuck you want, but if he put them paws on you, boy.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Maybe he was saying something racial about him, about Matthias. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what it was because he's been going out and calling him, saying he's soft and shit like that. He's probably
Yeah.
Matthias is probably one of the most dangerous boxers in the game right now. It puts you in a fucking coma, stupid.
Yeah, there's a few of them. So I was saying in the video I did the other day is that those two divisions, those two divisions, 135 and 140, is stacked. I mean, there's a ton of guys in those two divisions that can fight each other. You know, you got the two fights that I just mentioned, Rolly Romero and Ryan Garcia. You got Lopez and Barbosa. You got Matias. You got still got Lomachenko still. You got Devin Haney still. You got Shakur still. You know, you got Roach. You got Keyshawn Davis. There's a lot of guys, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot. There's enough guys that have fights for the next. From just those guys I just named right now, there's enough guys there to have fights for the next couple of years easily if they just rotated each. You know what I mean? And you got to keep in mind too. There's 4 belts out there in each division. You know, 4 belts. So, you know, it's not like before where it was just the WBA and the WBC, you know, and then the IBF came out, and then the WBO, they really didn't recognize it as a major title. Now they do. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of different boxing sanctioning bodies. You know what I mean? But you got the light heavyweight fight that just happened. The 2 Russians with Better Beat and Bivol, the match. You see that one? So before Bivol had the WBA belt and Better Beat had the other 3 belts, then he beat Bivol and took his WBA, and then they just fought a rematch and Bivol won this time, so he took all the belts. But now supposedly the WBC is ordering Bivol to fight Benavidez. You know what I mean? Which WBC, they always, I don't know. Well, it's all of the sanctioning bodies, but the WBC, their politics are weird. You know, they enforce on the ones, you know, on mandatory fights that they shouldn't be, and then the ones that they should be enforcing on, like Canelo, they don't, or Jamal Charlo, they don't. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just fucking weird. Like, you know what I mean? Benavidez was a 2-time WBC super middleweight champion and no losses ever. You know, he got the belt stripped because he gave a dirty test for cocaine, and then he missed weight. So that's how, you know, Canelo ended up getting that belt. But it's just the politics and shit, man. It sucks. You know what I mean?
It's politics really, and everything, bro. You know how that fucking shit goes. Even in fucking sports, it's fucking.
Yeah.
But I gotta call the boy before his ass goes to bed.
How's he doing? How's he been doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm happy with my boy. He's doing real good, bro. He's straight A's, you know, doing good. So I can't be happier with him and the girl.
What is he, about 11 now? 12?
11.
11, yeah. Because
yep,
I knew he's about 11.
He hit it right on the nose. He's big, bro. He's big. He starts football next week.
That's what's up. And Florida's a good football state too, like Texas and California. You know what I mean?
We got him all his equipment. Cleats, we got him his equipment, we got him everything. He's amped up. He's like fucking. So I ain't talking about that, so I gotta call him now. But it was good seeing you. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it some more. Keep up the grind, Bike. Keep pushing out your videos, even the political shit. Keep pushing out your fucking videos.
Because I'm trying to. Since Pops passed, I always find myself, I get into funks, man, where I don't, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to do my best to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? So
I know.
I'm gonna do exactly
how we get. I get like that too, Bike.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do exactly what you just said. You know, I dropped 2 videos earlier, but when I came on with this one, they hadn't been uploaded yet. They're pretty short though. One was about animal cruelty, and the other one was me clowning Jesse Waters from Fox. So
it was good talking to you, Bike. Yeah, we're gonna do it again, Bike.
I'll probably stay on a few more minutes and then I'll cut out. All right, Carlos. Appreciate it, huh? Oh, hey, you know what I heard from last night? You can probably still hear me. I heard from Leo last night. I don't know if anybody else wants to jump on. If you do, let me know and I'll drop the link. So I can find it again. Can I still do it? Can I still find it? Let's see. I don't know if you can tap that there and do it. Yeah, I don't know if it'll work. You can tap there and pick it up. But anyways, so yeah, you know, they're talking about cutting the department. You know, that'll delete preschool preschool, not preschool, Head Start. Excuse me, Head Start. I think Head Start's a pretty good program. I was in it when I was a kid, and my daughter was in it. My son was in it. You know what I mean? I think it's good for them, for kids. You know, and unfortunately, that messed up is that, you know, these red states, they don't got the money. They don't got the money to take care of some of the stuff. You know, some of the red states are the most poor states there are. You know, and I've been hearing voters say that, yeah, we voted for Trump, but we didn't vote for him to cut funds for the schools. But I don't know how you didn't when he was saying he was going to do that. You know, they're talking about how the poverty is for the kids, that sometimes, you know, the kids eat what they eat at school, and that's all, you know, they got until they come to school. So, you know, I don't know how you can be pro-life and, you know, not care about any of that. You know what I mean? I don't know. But anyways, anybody got any topics you guys want to talk about? I mean, you all right down there? What's wrong with you? Huh? You all right? So you guys can see these guys. If you guys don't know, that's Champ. I don't know if you guys can even see him. That's Champ. That's Champ right there. Wait. That's Daisy. Can't really see him. Champ's big now. He's 26 months old, 132 pounds, and Daisy's about 31 months old, 96 pounds. For those that have been following me on here for a while, you guys have seen these guys grow from, well, when I got Daisy, she was 5 months old, but I picked up Champ at 10, 11 weeks old from the airport in San Francisco. He was flown to me from Spokane, Washington. So you guys got to see him grow from even smaller and then obviously to a bigger size because he's way bigger than her. He's 6.5 inches taller than her. His head's about 2.5 inches tall, bigger round than hers. And then he weighs almost 40 pounds more than her. And he's still not done growing. People say that that this breed, right, like this is a bully, American bully. She's considered an XL American bully, and he's considered a double XL because the standards for a male is 20 to 23 inches tall, and he's 26.5 inches tall. Some would say he's too tall, which I would probably say, yeah, you're right. And because he got long legs, it kind of throws him off when you look at him standing. But then when you see him when he sits, you see that he does have chest, and he got a lot of muscles on his chest and shoulders, and it pops when he sits. But what I was getting to is that people say that that their bullies don't stop growing, not height wise, but width. You know, we call it popping. They continue to grow until they're 30 to 36 months old. So if that's the case, he's got still a lot of growing to do, and he goes through small growth spurts where I notice, hey, go there now, leave her alone. And she just started bleeding. I got a bleeder over here. She just started bleeding. And he told me before he started bleeding, I started noticing how his behavior started changing. Not so much him acting up, but the way that he would tend to her, the attention he started giving her. And I remember somebody telling me when I had with Daisy too, it was our first heat. She was almost 10 years old. That was her very first heat. For those who remember, I had picked up Baton. I used to have Baton, which is her uncle, her mom's brother. And when I met the guy to pick him up, he was telling me that I think she's in heat. She wasn't bleeding or showing any signs yet, but he told me, he said he's a mature male, and by what he's doing right now, he's telling me that she's in heat. So now the champ's 26 months old, he's matured. He's doing the same, acting that same manner. So I peeped that out already, and I told myself, I think she's coming in the heat again. And sure enough, the next day, I seen a couple little drops of blood. I wouldn't survive a double XL if I acted, if it acted like our half standard, half pocket. She bullies the shit out of us, and she's small. Yeah, well, you that's funny. You probably allow her to do a lot of things, right? Like get on the couch, get on your bed, probably all that type of stuff. Because I remember, I don't know if you, Marine, I don't know if you watch or if you heard of the channel QBNK. He's a breeder he lives in Texas, Cleveland, Texas, but he's originally from Florida, Miami. Raul, his name is, and when I first started watching him, I think it was him. Man, now I'm thinking it might not be him because he allows his dogs on the couches and all that. It was somebody that owned a bully, an XL bully, it was on YouTube, that said you got to have boundaries with them. You know, this dude's 130 something pounds. I can't put him, like if he was to get, like, I'll allow him to get on my bed, he would take the bed over. Like there would be no way for me to push him over, you know, like to get out of the way. I mean, yeah, I could tell him move because he knows my place is so small. He knows already. When I move a certain way, he knows that means go by me, get out of my way. And I don't even have to tell him. He knows already when I move a certain way, it means get by me. When I turn this way, go back that way so I can get by. And he just knows it automatically. Her, she don't give a shit. She, you know, like, it's funny. I literally tell her things like, I got to tell her, you know, like, damn, Daisy, why I got to tell you so many times? You know what I'm saying? Because I talk to them like my friends, like they're my peoples, right? It just is what it is, right? It's funny. Even when I take them out to walk to use the bathroom and people will, you know, walk by or they be getting in a car near me or something, I know they're probably say, damn, this dude's talking to his dogs, right? But I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, she's spoiled. That's my husband's fault. Yeah. It's just like with kids. You can't have one parent allowing something that the other parent don't allow, and it becomes an issue. It's the same thing with the dog. It's the same thing with the dogs. What's up, Gordo? Semis. So yeah, yeah. So you know what I mean. It's a trip with that, but it's got to be the right time for me to breed these two. You know, like I said earlier, she's 31 months old now, and this is her 6th heat. I never bred her. I've never literally bred him. One time he made it when he was 5 months old, but he was so young that he didn't make no puppies. You know, he got stuck, but he didn't. I got the picture of that too. 5 months old, little reindeer, because he was skinny back then. You know, but he's getting there. He's tall. You know, I'm thinking he's gonna put on another maybe 10 to 30 pounds still. You know what I mean? And all his muscles, what he's got is all just natural. I haven't had him put a vest on with weights or pull anything or none of that. You know what I'm saying? He just runs when I take him somewhere, or I'll find a parking lot. Place I like to take them is I take them to the DMV. Those that don't live in this area, that means the Department of Motor Vehicles, where you take care of all your, your registration stuff for your car, change the title, all that type of stuff. And I go into the back where it's, a big parking lot, and I let them just run. And I throw there's a couple of parking lots I go. If you guys see the shorts I've been dropping, and I just throw the toy and they go and chase it and then tug of war, and then, they get good exercise. You know what I mean? They get good exercise. Hey, Maureen, do you have problems with your pocket with allergies? Because my female, she's been every few months she has skin allergies and, or dry skin, and then like underneath she's got a lot of red. You can see the red because she carries a diluted gene, the 2 lowercase d's, where from the embark tests that I've done on these guys, the DNA tests, it says that the colors she carries, the colors she throws, that because she carries those two lowercase d's in her pedigree, in her genes, that it makes the colors lighter. Yes, she's on meds. Oh, okay. So have you ever used so when the last time she had this issue, I used the chlorohexidine mixed with that shampoo, the shampoo that humans and dogs can use, that you mix it, right? And it did the trick, man, because she had a lot of allergies on her right paw, I think it was her right leg and paw, and she kept licking it like it was chapped, like, and it was real red. And I gave him a bath with that, or not even a bath, more like a shower, I guess, where you get the bucket, fill it up, you put the two different solutions in there, and then you let it sit and all that. And I said I did champ too, just because, and it helped. Automatically. Now she's been licking her left leg. Not like it's not as bad as it was her right leg. This is some months back, but she yeah, she's been having issues with that. Now after maybe last week it started. Now she gets a lot of really bad green shit in her eyes. I had a chow years ago that every morning he would get like that. What you doing, boy? Go over there. Leave me alone. What you want? Huh? Let me see. What you got right there? So yeah, this guy, I got one day I get a message on my Instagram, a DM, and the guy's telling me that he wants to breed champ with his females. And at the time he was only like 9.5 months, 10 months old. And I said, oh yeah, well, let me see your females. And he sends me 2 pictures of 2 puppies that were no more than like maybe a week old, 2 weeks old. They weren't walking, and the eyes weren't even open yet. And they were the same color as him, and they had the black mask like him. And now they're about 16 months old now. Yeah, because he's 26 months old. And then there's a guy in town that he has a black female, and he wants to breed her with he wants to breed his female with him. So I will see what happens with that. It's environmental allergies. So you think what causes it? Is it the food? Because a lot of people say it's caused from the gut first, and yeast in the ears and all that type of stuff. You can use the apple cider vinegar. You can put some in the water. You can put some in a couple of tablespoons on their food. And so yeah, I've been feeding them raw, but I still give them kibble as like a filler. So I give them about half a pound each of ground beef mixed with carrots and what else is in there? Carrots and brown rice and something else. I forgot what the other one is. Anyways, and then the other one is got blueberries in it, carrots. You know what I mean? So I give them that, and then a kibble to fill. But what I've been giving them 2 different kibbles. I've been giving them a lamb, one with lamb, and then I give them a salmon, vegetables, and brown rice. I think I'm gonna get rid of the lamb food and just give them the get rid of the lamb food and just give them the salmon as a filler. I tried the apple cider in the water and she refused it. It was only a capful. Really? Huh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Because I remember the last litter of puppies I had, Sombra was the mom and Baton was the dad. It was my cookies and cream litter, I called it. And the mother, at first, when she had the puppy, she was eating her own shit, right? And then eating the other dog's shit. So I started giving her apple cider vinegar, and she stopped doing it. And I would give her like 2 capfuls or 2 tablespoons on top of her food. Yeah, water. I never really had them refuse the water with this apple cider vinegar. Did you try to, do you feed her raw or do you feed her kibble or both? And have you tried to put it on the food? We feed ours wholesome, sensitive skin and stomach with salmon protein. Wholesome, sensitive is the name of the brand. Kibble, no raw. Okay, kibble, no raw. Most of the people that got bullies, they're feeding them raw now. And it seems to be a lot better for them. I don't know what it is. I guess the fact that they call these guys a designer breed, right? All the bullies, and same thing with like French bulldog. They call them designer breeds, where they're mixed, right? So, for example, Champ's DNA came back 70. What was it? 76% or 77% pit bull, 13% American bulldog, and 9% mastiff. And then Daisy came back. Let me think for a minute. It was 80, 90. I think it was she was 90%, 99 point something, 89 point something American pit bull terrier, and the rest was American bulldog. And that's why she's got the different eyes than him. She's got those sad puppy dog eyes, which comes from the bulldog. And her pops has it very heavy in his eyes, and so she inherited from her dad. But because the fact that I guess this is what it is, and when I speak to people, they tend to agree with what I'm saying. I guess the fact that because they're mixed with these different breeds, that's what causes them to have these issues, these allergy issues. The bulldogs got it real bad. English bulldogs, French bulldogs, they all got bad allergies. You know what I mean? And so I started buying chicken quarters and chicken legs, big bags of chicken you get them for like $10, $12. I mean, like 40 pieces of chicken in it. And he didn't like it. He wouldn't eat it too much. He would like more play with it and, grab it from the bowl and put it over there. It might have been because it was a little frozen maybe, or a little cold maybe. I don't know. She, on the other hand, she would tear it up. And then what would happen is he wouldn't eat his, and eventually she would make her way to his bowl and then eat it. And so I stopped giving it to him. And one of the main things is when you're going to give them chicken, to take the skin off, because usually they'll have the allergic reaction from the skin a lot of times. You know what I mean? But there's so much stuff you can give them when you feed them raw. You give them, like I said, carrots. You give them oatmeal, tamarack. You give them. You chop up the garlic, or slice it or dice it, however you're gonna do it, and you let it sit for 10, 15, 20 minutes, and that kills I think it's called Alice or Allison. That kills it, and it's like an antitoxin. I mean, what's the word they use for it? It's like a do-it-yourself dewormer. You know what I mean? And you can give them blueberries, you can give them apples, watermelon is supposed to be good for them. You give them green beans, like I said, carrots, crack an egg, and they give them the egg peel too, right? Maybe I want to give them eggs right now because the eggs are so damn expensive. But you can give them a pumpkin, right? You give them yogurt, not yogurt, but yeah, yogurt. I think it's yogurt. Pumpkin, no sugar though. You give them this stuff with no sugar. And then of course you can give them ground beef. You can give them chicken. You can give them liver. A lot of people don't like the liver. Some do, some don't. You can go down to your local carniceria, right, where they cut the meat and all that, and get their leftover bones, right. And then if you got a grinder, I mean, you can give it to them like that. Better to get a grinder though and run it to the grinder. Comes out like paste, kind of, and it's a lot easier for them to eat. And then I give them, I get these. I don't know if anybody's heard of New Vet and New Joint. It's the New Vet is the green bottle, the New Joint is the blue bottle. But the New Vet it's a multivitamin. And you see a lot of people complain saying their dog don't eat all their kibble. Well, when you start giving them that vitamins, it enhances their appetite. You know what I mean? So that's a big issue. That's a big deal there with that. But yeah, I have to figure out what I'm gonna do there. I'm gonna take them tomorrow and probably tomorrow or one of these days before the weekend's up, and go take them. There's 2 different places I can go to. I can go to Tractor Supply. They got a deal on the back. If you go around the back, do it yourself, give your dogs baths. It's only $10, and they provide you with the shampoo, the towels, all that stuff. But I'll probably use my own stuff. And then there's another place. They charge 20 a dog, and this, you can take multiple dogs, you walk them up the ramp, and then you walk them into the tub. And then the other one, you can walk them up the ramp, and then you leash them to the top of the ramp, and they can stand, until it's their turn or whatever. Or you could just bring one in at a time, or however you're gonna do it. But with them too, same thing. They provide shampoo. They provide the towels. They got the blow dryer, big blow dryer, commercial blow dryer, like, what I mean, to dry them up. So it's gonna be one of those places. But I gotta definitely get her in there and give her another wash up because of the allergies, the dry skin. It's not real bad, like as far as like when she's got a ton of white flakes like in her coat and all that. Not like that. I'm gonna look into the new vet vitamin. Yeah, the new vet vitamin. You have to. Here, I'll give you the code right here. You got to use the code. You can't just order it. It's so if you go to www.newvet.com, and then you got to use this code here. I'm write this code down. Let's see, how do I? It's been so long since I've done this. Dude, oh, damn! What the hell happened? New vet and new joint. They got other 513-237. 513-237. All right, there it is. I just pulled it in the chat right here. New vet, new joint code to buy from online. You gotta have that code because you can't. It's not just like a normal thing where you can order it. You gotta have the code. So if you put that code in, and I got this code from QBNK Kennels. Here, I'll post that name too. They got so much because he has pockets now too, and now standards as well. You'll learn a lot from this guy's channel. Okay, you got it. And then this is the name of the channel, QBNK, on Facebook, on Instagram, and YouTube. Then he goes over. I mean, he's got videos about anything you could think of, and he gives home remedies yourself, DIYs on bathing stuff, on antioxidants, on all kinds of different stuff. You got to go in and check it out on information about puppies, information about whelping, information on being a breeder, becoming a breeder, how to start off being a breeder, how many females you should start off with, if you only want to have a stud, and how you go about that. He breaks down, I mean, any and all you could think of. And now he's back on going to visit people's kennels and putting them on his channel. He did that a while back and then stopped for a while, and now he's doing it again. I noticed he went somewhere the other day, and he's based out of Texas. But do you get the powder or the wafers? I get the wafers. I get the wafers. But supposedly, and it probably shows there when you look at, if you get the new vet, the green bottle, and then you got the blue bottle, which is new joint, new vet. New vet is the green bottle. That's that multivitamin. The new joint is for obviously their hips and joints, But then they got the DS bottle, which is a double strength. I don't get the double strength only because the regular uh the regular bottle, the blue bottle of the new joint, it has 180 tablet wafers in it. If you get the double strength bottle, it only has 120 wafers. And since I got two, you know, and it's by weight, so Champ he eats 4 of them at a time. Dese eats 3 at a time. So that's 7 a day. 7 times 30 days in a month is 210. So not up for me to get the whole month. Or yeah, 30 short. So they have powder too. And then I got another some ear therapy solution I just got from them too that I haven't tried yet, that I'm gonna try. And then what I was saying earlier about the grinder, when you grind the bones and all, you can grind in there. Some people use the powder. Some people grind the actual wafers as well, especially when you're feeding the puppies. You know what I mean? You know, when you're giving your pups the mush, the puppy mush, and whatever it might be. But it's you know, it's a little figuring out what, you know, if you if you want to figure it out by what, you know, to cut costs. The kibble, the dog food obviously would be the cheapest. I would think. But it seems that no matter what kibble is out there, especially the ones they sell at the grocery store or at Walmart type stores, Walmart and Target, they even at PetSmart, like even when I was growing up, I was under the impression that Nutramax, Ukanuba, Science Diet, Pro Plan, and I think there's one more. I was under the impression that these were all good dog foods. And this same guy I was telling you, QBNK, he went to the PetSmart or Petco, went over each bag, over the ingredients, and he gave his honest opinion about what certain ingredients were, what if they were bad or not. And most of those bags I just named that were expensive bags back then, they were like $30 bags back then, 40-pound bags. Now they're almost $100 a bag. They're shitty. I'm on the site now. They have New Joint Plus and New Joint DS. So you go with, not here, let me show the bottles. Yeah, New Joint Plus. My bad. Lights dim around. So this is the one. You see that? Yeah, New Joint Plus. See, 180 wafers. If you get the New Joint double strength, it's only 120 wafers. And then this one is the New Joint New Vet Plus, and this is 90. You get 90 in here. But the good thing with this, you only got to give, if your dog's over 10 pounds, you give them only 1 per day. Oh no, I didn't get this one from New Vet. I got this from Pet Labco. This is for clear ears therapy. This is the other one I got with that bottle, that one I just showed you. I get these two. These are probiotic chews. You can go on that site too, Pet Labco. There's a pork flavor. So this is supports healthy gut and normal digestive functions. So when Daisy started having this bad allergy systems, when the allergy started, I had ran out of these, the vitamin, and I had ran out of these, the chewy things. And at the time, I'm not gonna lie, my money was funny, and it became normal that they didn't have it no more. They weren't using it. And then when Daisy started having the problems, I realized that, hey, I need to get them back on that. And so the last few months they've been back on it. And it helps them, especially the vitamin, especially helps them with eating their food. It gives them more of it, like enhances their appetite, if that makes any sense. me 1 second. I'll show you the I'll show you the raw, the brand I use for raw right now. Hold on. What's up? Move, go in. Champ, go. Come on, go. Get that much room, boy. So this is the it's already open. Fresh Pet. This is the raw that I've been giving them. So this peas, carrots. Let's see. There's eggs in here, rice, carrots, chicken and beef liver. Let's see. Beef, chicken, beef liver, beef broth, carrots, peas, eggs, brown rice, rice bran, soy flour. Yeah, so what I do is I give them, and it already comes on here where it says half a pound. So I give them a half a pound each, right? I thought about it like, most of the time when we go out to eat, we eat a quarter pounder. So a half would be 2 of those, right? And the dogs are way smaller than us, than a human being, right? Especially me. So I give them about a half a pound each, and then I cut it up with scissors, and then I got Pareda. I cut it up with scissors, and then I mix it into the kibble, and then I throw the supplements that I just showed on top, and then I'll break a couple milk bones on top too, or whatever treats I got. The other one that I feed them is bison steak or bison meat. I think it says steak, bison meat. I don't have none right now. I ran out. But that stick is only 5 pounds. This one is 6, and that one entails with blueberry, with eggs, with blueberry eggs. I believe. Oh, I can't think of what else was in that one, but they like this. They like this stuff a lot. There's so many different brands. Now you can get the hamburger meat in the section where you buy your people's ground beef. You know what I mean? To be honest, this one's a lot cheaper. This one you get 6. Well, no, let me see. For 6 pounds you get $17. I'm trying to remember the last time. I think a 10-pound log of hamburger hamburger meat is about I can't remember off the top of my head. The beef went up a lot. So if you want to go that route with the people's kind, you can, and then you just get everything else yourself. You can mix it that way. You know what I mean? Which at one point in time you can get cans of carrots and peas and mixed vegetables for 68 cents a can, and it's not like that no more. Unless you can find them at the Dollar Tree, they're still like $1.25 a piece. So that's what I was saying earlier. When you want to start looking at things, adding things up, and you can figure out, is it cheaper just to buy logs that are already from a company, or buying the ground beef from the grocery store, and then adding your own eggs and all that yourself. You know what I mean? There are some private companies that got raw, and they put together the packages for your dog after you submit on some questions about their age and how much they weigh and what kind of dog and how active they are. And then they'll hook you up with like basically their recommendations from their company, from other breeds that are the same or same size or similar. You know what I mean? And they come pre-packed already, like, you know, each serving, each bag is a serving. So, you know, it's worth looking into that. You know, obviously, if you don't got 100-pound plus dogs like I do, then, you know, that definitely changes the dynamics of what you might want to buy for them. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me put this back in the fridge. It's all, you know, it's all based on what you want to spend. You know, what you are, you know, like, for example, those bottles I just showed everybody. Those bottles are $50 a piece, right? That other little tub, it carries 30 chews, right? So I got 2 dogs. You give them 3 each. That's 6 a day. Each tub's only 5 days worth. And I already went through. This is the second one or third one I already went through. I think I got 3 left before I have to order them again. Matter of fact, I think today was no, it's tomorrow. They automatically get ordered again. They're on auto ship. What's going on, Mike? Mike from Chi-Town. So, you know, that's I'm saying that to say this, that, you know, I treat these guys better than I treat myself. You know, at the end of the day, but some people believe it or they might not believe it, but these guys really, and I'm not just, when I say these guys, yeah, of course I'm talking about these 2 I got here, but I'm saying it more in the general sense with people's animals. They do help you through the day, man. You know, everybody deals with different things, and you know, some people have more rockier days than others, and, you know, some people cope with things differently than others. You know, and you know what I mean. It just is. It is what it is. So, you know, always know that you're at, especially this breed here. This is a straight companion breed. And Maureen right here, she can attest to it. This breed, she's got the same breed. It's just they're different classes, but it's the same breed. She's got American Bully. She got a pocket, half standard. It just means that they're shorter. That's all that means. A little shorter than what I have here. I have an XL and a double XL. These guys always want to please you, period. They love the attention from you. They want to give you the attention by getting them getting attention, right? They love it, right? In my opinion, there's no better breed for a family than these guys, right? And, you know, you might correct them for something, and then in the next second something happens and they got your back to the fullest on whatever it might be. Might have been a death in the family. When my pops passed, Daisy knew something was wrong. She knew something happened. When I got back from the hospital, I didn't go inside to my dad's house right away. And I was outside about an hour just looking around, and I had looked down at her a couple of times, and she was just looking up at me like, what's wrong? And then when I finally went inside to lay down, they came in. I brought them in, and at that time I did not allow them to come on the carpet. They had to stay on the tile in the kitchen, the hallway, or the hallway leading from the front door all the way to the kitchen and the dining room area. That was all tile. They could be there. Well, my phone rings in the morning, and we got there. It was the morning. What am I talking about? It was like 6 a.m. when we got back. I finally laid down about 7:38, and when the phone rang, and I went to reach for it, and it was my cousin to tell me condolences on my dad passing. And I was reaching with my hand, you know, my eyes were closed for the phone, and I happened to touch something, and it kind of spooked me, right? It was Daisy, and she was right next, because I was on the floor because I had my daughter sleeping in the bed, and my son was in the other bed. So I took the floor, and she was laying next to me on the carpet, which, like I just said, I didn't allow them to go on the carpet at that time. But because she was on the carpet, she was on the carpet because she knew that something happened, something wasn't right, something was off. And she was right next to me for support, but for more like protection. You know, she's taking it as that. You know what I mean? And I tell you, when I get out the car, and a lot of people would see her and they start laughing because she'd put her head on the door and just watch me. She's just paying attention where I'm going, what's going on with me, right? Even like when I would tie her up outside the truck, and she would be watching me underneath. She can't really see me, but she can see my footsteps. You know, and it's funny. But yeah, So, anyways, CS, awesome. Companions, loyal and lovable. Yep, all day, no doubt, all day, every day. Hit the nail on the head right there. But I knew you would because I know what you got, and I know how these guys conduct themselves. You know what I'm saying? How many times a day do you feed your? I just feed them once a day. Some people feed them twice. I feed them once. If you're gonna feed them twice, though, make sure that you got them. It's at least 10 hours apart. If not 12, I would say. You know, and the thing is with them too is when you feed them at a certain time, stay consistent with it. Like if you feed them, say you get up in the morning to go to work and you feed them when you go to work. But now you switch schedules now. Now you're working graveyard. Make sure that when you get home, you still feed them. Like, let me say it right. You used to feed them before you went to work, right? Say 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. But now you're on graveyard and you get off in the morning. Make sure you feed them as soon as you get home, because it tends to, sometimes it's like a program. It tends to throw them off sometimes if you don't feed them like you used to feed them. You know what I'm saying? Like, the time you used to feed them, excuse me. But yeah, some people feed them twice a day. I'm trying to think. Most of the people that I conversate with and deal with, they only feed them once. I think they stop feeding them twice a day when they're puppies. You know what I mean? Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it goes with that. But I'm gonna go ahead and tap out on this. Anybody that watching now or will watch this in the future, if you haven't already, please sub, like, and share to the channel. I promise right here and now that I'm gonna get back on the saddle and get back in the swing of things and making content, excuse me. And definitely I got to start doing more lives, because that'll bring in more people a lot of times, because I'm more familiar how this runs now. That when you see somebody that's going live, when you tap into it and then you start scrolling, you just scroll to all the lives. Everybody's running live. So yeah, so it'd be highly appreciated. I would have been monetized a long time ago. It's just like I said, I had told Carlos earlier, since Pops passed, man, I fall into these funks, and I don't drop content. Sometimes a month, 2 months, sometimes it's even longer. So I'm gonna do my darndest, because I'm trying to, stay. I want to stay snapped out of it, right? Not return, and start dropping more content. I dropped a couple of videos earlier when I went live. They hadn't yet been fully uploaded yet. And so, yeah, my numbers fell way, way, way down. Even like the shorts that I drop every now and then, they don't get nowhere near the views like I used to get. Not to say I get a lot of views, but like now I was noticing that when I would drop a short, like I would only get anywhere, I would be stuck in like the 500, 600 range of views, when lots of times I used to get 2,000, 4,000, 5,000, 1,500 views. I'm pretty sure that has to do with the fact that I slowed down big time from posting. And so the more you post, the more you get out there, right? The more YouTube helps you, I believe, with the algorithm. Unless they change the algorithm, which is possible too. I believe the reason, for me not dropping on a regular and being consistent, I believe that killed from them putting my stuff out. And now they got some other features. I've been noticing that you can pay them to run a shorts for a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna do all that. I don't think I need to do all that. I just need to stay consistent, like I was at one time or two. You know what I'm saying? Just dropping content, but I need to drop also lives. Otherwise, you only get so far dropping pre-recordeds and shorts. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I appreciate everybody that's tapped in. Mike, Maureen, Aiden, Blaze, Carlos for jumping on with me, Sanjo Lifer. Who else was here? Gordo, Timo DeVille, Clown Tube, Clown Tube, Clown Tube. Let's see who else. Daniel Ortiz, Chemo Flicks. Edwin Jimenez. Sleep Timer. The Crusted Joint, the Crusted One. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So with that being said, like I said, I'm tapping out, baby. Bye. Oh, new comment. Let's see what the new comment. Bunkers. Somebody commented. Okay, let's see. Hey, have a great night, Lou. Thanks again for the recommendation on the vitamins. I ordered them. Yep. Appreciate you stopping in too. There's a lot more stuff too that I can like I don't know, you give them salmon oil. It's got omega-3, 6s, and 9. Very good stuff. It also some of this stuff too has vitamin and the zincs and all that stuff. Derma Bliss, that's for seasonal allergies. You got Vetnique for eardrops. There's a lot of stuff. Yes, salmon oil. Okay, good. I just ordered another bottle of that. And then I ordered some other stuff. I haven't picked it up yet because it's going to my mom's house, but it's stuff for some type of powder for the dry skin and stuff. When I get it in my hand, I can let you know later on. Let's see. Oh, that's not my. I was gonna say my email is there, but that's not. I don't think my email is right here. I think it's just a Cash App here. Yeah, it's just a Cash App. Let me. Well, when I get it, I'll let. Just hit me up later when I do lives and ask me, and then when I got it, I can show you then. All right. I appreciate everybody for tapping on in.